All right, good evening and welcome to this final game of the Wednesday here, the first day of the Minnesota National Bank Classic here in the Pelican Rapids Vikings Leaders Gymnasium, the nightcap, the 7:45 start. The primetime showing is going to be the New York Mills Eagles. As you can see right now, they're sitting there at half court awaiting these Pelican Rapids Vikings as the starting lineups are being announced. As they just say Mills on their front jerseys. They got blue script writing, block Mills with blue numbers. The Under Armour jerseys facing off against the Vikings in orange with the black accents, black lettering, Vikings across the chest. For both teams, we'll start out with the starting lineups here for New York Mills Eagles. Number 3, Hunter Holte. Number 5, Hunter Bozeman. Number 11, Braden Enert. Number 21, Tegan Louston. Number 22, Sam Kopweiler. For the Vikings, tipping off for Pelican Rapids is going to be Ian Fay. We'll see what he can do here. He wins the tip, gets it to Tanner Tollerud, and he throws it back to Trayvon Benson. The other two starters for Pelican Rapids is number 20, Hunter Williams, and number 10, Charlie Larson. So Vikings will get the first possession here. They are finishing what is 6 games here in Pelican Rapids. The winner of this game is Larson's three-point shot. No good. Rebound, Fay, as he skies up. Took that rebound 10 to 11 feet up in the air. He got above the rim there, but that was going to go the way of New York Mills now. As the winner of this game will go on to face the West Central Area Knights. And what was an absolute nail-biter. Wow, lit on the rim there for Braden Enert as that rattled around, didn't go down. So here come the Vikings. Charlie Larson, after missing that first three, kicks it out. Benson, he thinks about a shot. Larson tries to get it inside to Williams, nothing doing. And then finds Fay here on the elbow. Fay, Larson's going to have another three-point shot. Yes! Charlie Larson opens up the scoring here for Pelican Rapids, 3-0 now. And so for Pelican Rapids, they're trying to get to a game where they can play the West Central Area Knights. As if you are just joining us, haven't seen any basketball earlier here, there was an absolute nail-biter a couple games ago as finishing there for New York Mills, number 22, Sam Kopweiler. So he opens up the scoring for New York Mills, finding Tollerud underneath, finishes with the left hand there. Tanner Tollerud gets on the scoring column for himself for Pelican Rapids, 5-2. They have a lead early in this one. And there's a turnover there as errant pass by Hunter Bozeman. Anyway, if you were just joining us, 4:15 p.m. was a game between the Battle Lake Battlers boys team and the West Central Area Knights in an absolute shootout as West Central Area won by 1 point, 67-66, in what was a couple what would be game-winning shots. First by Braden Roysum, the freshman from Battle Lake, but then it was answered here by, I got to take a look at the program to make sure I get this name right, by Jacob Strunk, the senior, number 5 for West Central, getting that game-winning bucket for West Central and getting them to the winner's side of this bracket. So the winning team here, as there's a timeout on the floor, the winning team in this game is going to go on to face West Central Area. The losing team will play Battle Lake, and at that time, the time is going to be 4:30 at the losing bracket game. The winner's bracket will be playing at the same time as you're catching this one at 7:45. So depending on if these Vikings win or lose, that's when you can see when they play next, and that game will be tomorrow. For the Vikings, coming off a long time away from games, their game against Wadena Deer Creek. Their game against Wadena Deer Creek early on in the season, as that three-point shot is no good. It got postponed. It was supposed to be the night of Thursday, the 22nd, but cold weather and just inclement weather and poor road conditions put that game postponed to the 31st. Ian Fay gets blocked inside. Jump ball's called. Nice block there. Possession, New York Mills. So that game for, as I had mentioned, for Wadena Deer Creek is going to be rescheduled now to Friday night. If you're catching that, we will be here for that game of action. New York Mills is today, though. Number 21 gets it underneath, tries to finish underneath. Yes. Excuse me, no. Louston, no good on that shot. Rebound Vikings. Here comes Ian Fay on a pass from Benson. Driving left. Strong action to the rim there. Slaps it against the backboard and finishes. Ian Fay opens up his own scoring. Now it's 7-2. Pelican Rapids with an early lead here. Kick ball by Trayvon Benson will keep things with New York Mills. Home side has been full here with Pelican Rapids fans. New York Mills has a decent sized section over there across the way. And what has been a really, really busy day here in Pelican Rapids, as mentioned, 6 games total today. So this is the final game of 6. We have only been streaming. Channel 2 has only been streaming. Nice play, Charlie Larson. I had to stop talking here to see Charlie Larson palm the ball. And what I thought he was going to go up and dunk it. The way he was up in the air there, but he just decides to lay it off the glass with the right hand. 3-point shot answered. Nice shot there by number 5. That's Bosman here. Hunter Bosman with the 3-point bucket. Foul is going to go against number 11, Braden Enert. His first foul, team's first foul here of this game. Williams inside. Luke Soley coming to the game for the first time. 3-point shot there. Ian Fay goes down. So the long, lanky forward, Ian Fay's got a silky shot on the outside as well, and he scores there for the Vikings. 12-5. Vikings off to a very strong start. For New York Mills, they're coming into this season, or excuse me, into this game 0-6. Trying to end their losing streak to start the season. Don't worry, I've been there, folks. I was on a team that I think was 0-8, maybe 0-12. And we didn't get our first win until middle of January, my senior year. I tell you what, that certainly is a draining feeling, knowing that you got to try and break the ice for the season. So they're still trying to get that first win. Ian Fay's going to get called for a travel here. And for New York Mills, they're trailing by 5. 12-7, 14 minutes left to go in the first half. Pelican Rapids, on the other hand, coming into this game 5-1, winning their first 5 games and then losing in a nail-biter at Dilworth Glendon Felton. In Glendon was the last time they played. That was Tuesday, December 20th, so 8 days ago. So they're coming off quite the break from basketball, so they're going to see if they can't pick up right where they left off, and easier said than done. We saw the Pelican Rapids girls team just a moment ago playing against the Lake Park Audubon Raiders, and you could tell that a little bit of a break sometimes. It just takes a little bit for the offense to get back in business. The Vikings have been pretty hot to start here so far. Trapping there in the corner. New York Mills able to get out of it momentarily, but not before it's stolen away by Fay. Williams up front, yes! High-flying Hunter Williams finishing with a lay-in here. I tell you what, these boys, they got a lot of athletic bodies here for Pelican Rapids. Hunter Williams, another one of them, finishing. And you can tell they're flying up here. 10.5, 11 feet in the air. At some point, they better hope that they don't get in the open. New York Mills better hope they don't get in the open court here. It might be a dunk at some point later in this game. That's a nice bucket there by Hunter Bozeman. So credit him with the bucket. He has, oh, excuse me, I think that's Kopweiler who's going to get that point here for New York Mills. I lied. It's Hunter Holte, and for 3 there is Luke Soley. After all that's said and done, I apologize. Previous possession, I finally talked with my truck, my producers over here. It was Hunter Holte. Luke Soley scoring for Pelican Rapids, and here comes New York Mills, blocked by Ian Fay. Trying to finish with a right-handed scoop shot was Kopweiler. Ian Fay said, no thank you. We'll see you in the baseline. Entering it in here. Entering it in is Braden Enert. 3-point shot now on the way. Yes! Hunter Bozeman, another one. Another 3-point shot here. Excuse me, they just say 2 points. They put his foot on the line here, so that is 5 points now for Bosman. Charlie Larson answers right away with another 3 of his own. He's got 6 points in this game. His really strong shooting. Excuse me, he has 8 points as he had that nice transition layup as well. So 2 threes and a layup for Larson. He's got 8 points. And Luke Soley has another block. Vikings defense flying around here, getting a couple blocks. Leading by 9 is Pelican Rapids. We have 12 minutes and 26 seconds to go in this first half of action. Inbounding is Enert for New York Mills. He's able to inbound it there inside to number 22. Sam Kottweiler is finally knocked out of bounds here, and it'll go the way of Pelican Rapids. Into the game for the first time for New York Mills, Braxton Enert. Also in the game for New York Mills, a whistle ago was Will Oakes, the senior coming in for Mills. Fay not afraid to pull from 23 feet. Yes, Ian Fay. Another 3-point shot. He's got 8 points as well. And Hunter Williams with a steal on the backside. He finishes for the Vikings. Count him with 4 points and count Pelican Rapids all of a sudden with 25 now. And there's another turnover for New York Mills. 25-11 now, Pelican Rapids. Considerable lead, about not even halfway through the first half here. Pelicans already got 25 here. They've got a quarter put up on the scoreboard. New York Mills has 11, and we have 11:53 to go in the first half of play. Something to note here, the shot clock is turned off right now. I'm not sure if that's something that the boys decided to do in these girls' games, as this is going to be a backcourt violation on these Vikings. But the shot clock has been in use all day with this as the shot clock is going to be incorporated here in the 2023 basketball season. Coaches may decide here in this holiday tournament they were, at least for the girls' side, having the shot clock in use, but for this game it looks like New York Mills and Pelican decided to not use it from what I can see, unless the shot clock screen is just broken on my side of things, and it still is being used. I would doubt it, though. I think you would need the shot clock to be showing in order to get it to roll here. So Brady Petznick in the game for the first time for Pelican Rapids. He has a nice feed inside to Luke Soley, who's going to finish on the other side here. New York Mills trying to drive here inside number 12, Braxton Enert, over to his brother. That is Braden Enert. Now looking to get inside here, Tegan Louston. He's trapped a little bit. Handoff, Enert goes off a foot. Enert's able to save it in the corner. He's guarded heavily by Trayvon Benson. Inside now, almost a nice athletic finish there by Tegan Louston, but the Vikings are going to come away with it on the other side. I tell you what, New York Mills certainly used to seeing great basketball from New York Mills as Luke Soley finishes once again. I tell you what, every year, year in, year out, they find a way to have more talent, more skills, and they were 28-2 as a basketball squad last year. I remember them coming to Pelican Rapids last year. Maybe one of my scouts could find what the score of that game was when New York Mills played Pelican Rapids last year. But they must have graduated a ton of seniors here, and maybe perhaps in a rebuilding year of sorts, being 0-5 to start the year. But they made it to the section finals as a team last year before losing to Belgrade Bruton El Rosa. So thank you to my scouts for getting me some information about New York Mills from the previous year. If you know, you know. But for New York Mills, they see themselves in an 18-point deficit here early. First shot up and no good by Will Oakes. So Oakes, the senior, yes, makes his second. So now it's 29-12. We have 10 minutes to go in this first half of action. Vikings been hot offensively to start. Tanner Tollerud drives left, fakes it, now hands it off to Ethan Schustrom, who's entered the game. Benson, one more pass to the corner to Soley. Now Tanner Tollerud, the senior. Schustrom's got some open room. He'll shoot a three. No good. Rebound there by Tegan Louston. Nice strong rebound there, and he draws a foul. Contact coming from number 22, Brady Petznick. He's got 2 quick fouls for only being in this game for a couple minutes. So something to keep an eye on. Petznick with 2 fouls. We'll see how long Coach lets him play out here. Ethan Schustrom guarding there against number 3, Holte. Pro hop inside. Nice finish there. Tegan Louston. One hard dribble, pro hop back into the middle of the lane. Finishing with the right hand. 29-14. Soley, pull up, 3-point shot, no good. Rebound, Schustrom. Finds Soley, now Petznick, one more pass. Talerud, 3-point shot, short. Enerd is going to walk it up here for New York Mills. And now that is a wild pass intended for Will Oakes, going to go out of bounds. Pelican Rapids will have the basketball. Coming into the ball game here, Charlie Larson and Hunter Williams and Ian Fay back into the game. But a timeout's going to be called here. Full timeout called by New York Mills. New York Mills is coached by Mike Bowney and assisted by Jordan Folkstead and Zach Christensen. Pelican Rapids is head coached by John Gullingsrud and assisted by Adam Johnson, Derek Nelson, and Dave Rund. The Pelican Rapids Minnesota National Bank Classic. We've got 12 varsity basketball games happening in 2 days. This is the 6th game of the day out of 6. Earlier today, just taking a look at this bracket one final time. At 11 a.m., Underwood took down Walker Hackensack Akeley. This is girls basketball, might I add. The girls New York Mills squad played Badger Greenbush Middle River, and the Gators from Badger Greenbush Middle River got that win. After that, Battle Lake boys played West Central Area boys. West Central Area came on top in what I was mentioning before, a nail-biting finish here, ending with a nice finish, a nice one final second shot to win from West Central Area. They are awaiting the winner of this game. After that, at 4:15, a game was played between the Battle Lake and West Central Area girls. West Central won that game by 20. And then the game right before this, the girls Pelican Rapids team beat the Lake Park Audubon Raiders by 11 points. And this is the 6th and final game of the night. Pelican Rapids with a lead over New York Mills, 29-14, 8 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the first half. A scrum for the basketball out of bounds into the police chief, Jeff Statum's hands in the far corner, and so that's going to go the way of New York Mills. Bosman back into the game here for New York Mills. A big scrum for the basketball, finally taken away by Charlie Larson. He's coming in transition. Tanner Tollerud thinks, spins out of it, kicks out to Fay, now to Benson. Benson has some space, instead finds Larson in the corner. He's made a couple so far, rattles around everywhere, but does not go down. Finally taken away by Will Oakes, and he's going to do a full court pass way up. Nice finish there, number 3, Hunter Holte. Will Oakes throwing what seemed like a Hail Mary pass. Charlie Larson spinning, nice pass inside to Williams, knocked away. Going to stay the way of Pelican Rapids here. Trayvon Benson will inbound it for Pelican. Finds Charlie Larson. Nice footwork. 3-point shot. Another one rattles in and out for Larson. But Fay is there to clean up the scraps for Pelican Rapids. He's got 10 points. And Larson, 2 3-point shots just missed. And he's 2 for 5 here. And I tell you what, he very well could be 4 for 5. He just barely missed those shots. Good looking shots from Larson. Definitely someone that the Eagles are going to have to keep an eye on here. If he gets space, he's not afraid to shoot. He's very close on all these shots so far in this game. Larson driving right, kicks out. Tollerud open, same corner that Larson was shooting from a moment ago. That's no good from Tollerud. Larson hits the deck because he tried to strip that away from Tegan Louston, but Louston, strong hands, keeps it together. And New York Mills sets up some offense here against the Vikings man-to-man defense. They've been playing man-to-man all game here. Strong defensive pressure under the leadership of the defensive coach, Dave Rund. As I've talked to head coach John Gullingsrud before, he's mentioned Dave is the defensive guy. He's the guy I give the keys to defense to. These last couple years, the Vikings really bringing up a lot of defensive intensity, and it's paying off. Larson takes a lot of contact as he passes it to Benson, and another high. And after all of that, what looked like a football game of football games. I tell you what, I don't even know what I just saw, to be honest with you. It looked like WWE for about 10 seconds. And finally they call a travel on New York Mills, and it goes away at Pelican Rapids. And what it probably should have been, in my opinion, looked like a lot of contact there against Larson a few different times. But nevertheless here, Will Oakes strips it away from Hunter Williams. And things calm down a little bit here as I catch my breath. Hunter Holte almost lost it, decides to get it up to Fay here. Fay's going to try and work it here, 1-on-2, no numbers. Gets it over to Tollerud, back out Fay. Fay going inside, step back, 15-foot shot from the free throw line, yes! Ian Fay, 12 points here in the first half. Pelican Rapids with 33 points in this game. New York Mills 16. We got 5 minutes and 50 seconds counting down here in this one. Wild shot to nobody there from Sam Kopweiler. And so Pelican Rapids will get the basketball, and entering into the game for Pelican is 3 substitutions. Ethan Schustrom, Brady Petznick, and Luke Soley back in the game for New York Mills. If I can just take a peek here. Is number 5, Hunter Bosman. And so now I realize, I guess I've been talking myself into fantasies of New York Mills playing Pelican Rapids in some basketball game. It turns out they have not played for 6 years. This is the first time Pelican Rapids, at least 6 years. My scouts started looking back into Minnesota scores, looking for a game between New York Mills and Pelican that I had some dream of. It didn't exist. It's a complete, what is that? It's a total fabrication. It never happened. Charlie Larson in the corner finds Fay. Little pull-up shot off the glass. Too strong from Fay. Last touch looks like it's off of New York Mills. Going to stay with Pelican Rapids. From my angle, it looked like Luke Soley was the last one to claw that, but looks like it went off of New York Mills. They get it out to Fay. Now over to Petznick. Tries to find Larson on a cut pass there. Little wild from Petznick. He scratches his head. He knew it was a little off there. So that turnover is going to bring it back the way of the Eagles. But Bosman bringing it up for New York Mills. Brady Petznick gets his steal, so he makes up for that turnover. He's going to try and finish on the other end. Looks to thread the needle to Larson. Nowhere to go. And looks like an injured player is down for New York Mills. And we really hope he can get up under his own power. He looks seriously in pain. That's Tegan Louston here, sitting right underneath the basket, holding what looks like his right ankle, as the training staff goes over and gives him some attention. Louston, the junior. Certainly something you do not want to see is anybody injured here. It looks like he's able to get up here with a limp, a little bit of help from the trainer, but not much. So encouraging sign here from Louston, as hopefully it's just some kind of ankle roll, maybe a minor sprain, something that he can walk off or at least be back in action soon. When you think about injuries, and certainly not to make this not about Louston, as we hope him a speedy recovery here and hopefully he can come back into this game. For Pelican Rapids, they've got a couple key players that are on the bench here due to injuries. Both Timmy Guler, you can see him icing at the end of the bench with his feet up, along with Peyton Blakeway. So Guler, the junior, and Blakeway, the senior, some would-be starters for Pelican Rapids, both finding themselves on the bench for what might be, for Guler, certainly the entirety of the season, as he has undergone ACL surgery last, I think, about a week and a half ago. And for Blakeway, I'm not sure if he's kind of week to week here. He's got a torn meniscus that he's kind of been playing with, kind of not been playing with, but he's in his senior season, so if he were to undergo surgery, it would be certainly the end of his career. So it's one of those things that he's been playing some, playing off some, so we'll see how his health progresses as the season goes on. But for these Vikings, they've been pretty strong here, with or without those two guys moving the basketball now here. Solely getting it to Petsnick, now Fay, Schustrom over to Larson. Give and go, tried to get it to Schustrom, knocked away there from number 3, Hunter Holte. Stays with Pelican Rapids. Ian Fay, rotate Petsnick. That was that same play that Petsnick threw away a minute ago. Larson wasn't open, Solely was. 3-point shot, no good. Now New York Mills, Holte. Finds Bosman over in the near side corner. Charlie Larson able to come up with a steal here, but he loses a handle himself. Holte now loses it. So a scrum for the basketball. Solely finally comes away with it. Fay, one step hard, gets knocked away. Nice defensive play there from Braxton Enert, as he's able to get a strip or a block, whatever you want to call it, on Fay here. You can see Fay going up with authority. You know, I know Ian Fay, and he does love an opportunity to dunk it anytime he can. It looked like that crossed his mind for a second, but blocked away nicely by Enert. Schustrom gets it over to Larson here. Now Petsnick. Petsnick driving right. Kicks out Schustrom. Schustrom left hand, right-handed floater now. Nice shot, Ethan Schustrom. 10-footer's good. As we have 3 minutes left on this clock here in the first half. Pelican Rapids 36, New York Mills 16. The winner of this game going on to play West Central Area tomorrow night at 7:45 here in the Leaders Gymnasium, as we have another fun day of basketball tomorrow from 11 a.m. all the way to 9 p.m. You can see some games here. Something to keep in mind if you got nothing going on tomorrow, consider coming down to the Leaders Gymnasium in Pelican Rapids for good basketball all throughout the day. Ethan Schustrom inside now. Ian Fay, nice find. Larson. Larson gets fouled underneath. A blocking foul is going to get called there against number 5, Hunter Bosman. So Larson to the line for 2 shots here. That is only the second team foul, and that is outstanding considering games in these past couple games we saw, like for example the Lake Park Ottoman game, and Pelican girls game, there were certainly a lot of fouls. In previous games here there had been a number of fouls. In this one there's been 4 total fouls in the first 16 minutes. So certainly a fun, clean game to watch. High paced, high action, which might be why these teams are subbing as much as they are. Back into the game for Pelican Rapids is Hunter Williams and Tanner Tollerud. Also sitting on the timetable here is Trayvon Benson, looking to go in for Larson if he can make this second free throw. He does. So Trayvon Benson will give Larson a break. Larson goes off the court here with 9 points in this first half. And Bosman's going to bring it up, working against Benson. He now has it dead, tries to thread the needle, does nicely. Nice finish there, Sam Kopweiler. Quickly in transition, Schustrom traveled, but it wasn't called, and Ian Fay is going to have a putback here. And nice play finally there from Enert as he throws it off of Trayvon Benson's back. That was kind of just a funny, funny 10 seconds of basketball there. I tell you what, kind of certainly a travel by Schustrom that wasn't called, and as good as these referees have been today, it's whatever, just a missed call, no problem, and then just throwing it right off the back here. excuse me, a whistle is going to be called. And I'm not sure what happened. It looks like maybe an inadvertent whistle. It may be the coach had thought about a timeout, or at least the official Rob Nadell thought a timeout was called, but the coach, I heard the head coach of New York Mills, that is Mike Bowney, say, I didn't say anything. And that was his way of saying, I didn't ask for a timeout. So the official said, okay, that's fine, no problem. We'll just, you know, get the game going again. Enert inbound. Enert, nice dish. Finn Roeder, 2 points. Nice shot there. Nice dish from Enert. And for New York Mills, they're not out of this game by any means. They're down 14, 22-36. They've been playing pretty well at the late goings. Last touch by Roeder, Finn Roeder, the freshman. So Vikings will inbound it here in the far corner. And Luke Soley will come back in the game here for Ethan Schustrom. Tanner Tollerud over now to Trayvon Benson. Now finds Tollerud once again. Ooh, Tollerud had a little bit of a seam. He maybe could have knifed in, but jump stopped in the lane. Now Fay, 10-foot shot, no good. Rebound by Fay. Oh, and he tries to thread it to Tollerud, and it's out of bounds there. So certainly maybe trying to get a bit cute there. Nevertheless, New York Mills going to try and eat into this deficit. We only have 1 minute left in this first half, so time definitely getting away here from the first half of play. 1 minute on the clock exactly when this foul is going to be called. That's going to go against number 30, Ian Fay. That's his first personal foul. Just Pelican's third team foul. That's the fifth foul combined from both teams in this first half. One of the cleanest games of basketball I've seen so far in the early goings. I certainly don't want to jinx the second half here. A nice shot there from Enert. That's Braden Enert, number 11, who finished that. So there's 45 seconds to go in this first half. Pelican Rapids just a 12-point lead. Enert gets a steal there, and maybe Pelican Rapids in danger of losing their double-digit lead here, as New York Mills only down 12, has an opportunity to cut into it even more. Nice. A foul is going to be called there. Number 12, Braxton Enert, nice play, knifing inside. He'll go to the line for, no, excuse me. It'll be called on the full, nope, they're going to send him to the line. 2 shots there for Braxton Enert. First shot is good there from Braxton. He's got his first point now of the game here. 23 seconds left in this first half. Pelican Rapids just a 10-point lead now. I believe they might hold for the last shot here as Trayvon Benson walks it up for Pelican Rapids. Guarded heavily there by Bosman. Now Tollerud getting a screen, rolling off as Williams, nothing doing. Williams kick out Tollerud, 7 seconds. Stolen away from New York Mills, here they come. 3 seconds left, 2, 1, pull up, 18-foot shot, fall away, yes! It bounced everywhere. Finn Roeder, the freshman, and down. Another buzzer-beating shot for a boys game here as we go into halftime. For Finn Roeder, that's his 4th point of the game, and for New York Mills, just like that, they cut this deficit to 8 points. And so for New York Mills, desperately trying to break the ice on this season, get their first win. It would be a big one here as they're coming back into this game. 36-28, 10-minute break until the second half of action. This is Channel 2. We'll be with you for the start of the second half. they're resetting the clock to they are resetting the clock to 18 minutes here in this one, and New York Mills is going to get the first possession as they are trailing by 8 points, 36-28, and it looks like it's just going to go out of bounds there off the foot of Hunter Bozeman. This is an interesting game here. The winner of this game is going to go on to play the West Central Area Knights. As Charlie Larson steps on the line, that's going to be out of bounds. Looking forward for Pelican Rapids if they are able to go on and win here. West Central Area is certainly a very good team in this area, and it would provide a very good matchup for Pelican Rapids. They have one common opponent, Park Rapids. Pelican beat Park Rapids 67-60. The West Central Area beat Park Rapids 72-67. So both close wins against Park Rapids is kind of a litmus test for what these teams bring to the table. Obviously, that's all contingent upon 27 seconds ticking by with Pelican Rapids still having a lead. They got an 8-point lead right now. Trayvon Benson jogs it up the floor for Pelican. Handoff Ian Fay. He's defended by Braxton Enert. Now Benson knifing inside. Kick out Tollerud. Tollerud right-handed finish. Pretty shot. Tanner Tollerud. 38-28. It's a 10-point lead one more time. Tanner Tollerud with 4 points. But certainly a lot of influence in this game as one of these senior leaders. Hunter Williams has some room, and he's going to score on the layup there. Nice anticipation and steal from Hunter Williams as you saw him knifing through, ready to pick off that pass from New York Mills. Braxton Enert getting to the elbow here, now kicking outside to Sam Koppweiler. Koppweiler jump stops with that same elbow. Enert, bunny shot, no good. Little 6-foot pull-up in some traffic, contested nicely from Pelican Rapids. Tollerud wide open 3-point shot. The bench stands up, but all for naught as it's no good. Ian Fay points like it's Pelican Rapids ball. Official Rob Nudell disagrees. New York Mills possession here on the out of bounds. They count off here, and getting it inside is Bosman. Bosman working against Benson. A lot of contact. Bosman, no call. He has it on the floor here, tries to get it away, and over and back. Could have been a double dribble, could have been an over and back. And regardless, Sam Koppweiler turns it over for the New York Mills Eagles. And Pelican Rapids enjoys a 12-point lead and the basketball here with 16:10 to go. Pelican Rapids, one more time, they're 5-1 on this season, trying to improve to 6-1. For New York Mills, they are 0-6, trying to break the ice here and get into the win column for the first time this season. Trayvon Benson walked with it. So him shuffling around is going to get called here for a travel. 40-28, Vikings turn it over, 12-point lead. The team that loses this game is going to go on to play Battle Lake at 4:15 tomorrow here in the Leaders Gymnasium. 4-team tournament, Battle Lake, West Central Area, New York Mills, and Pelican Rapids. Jump all there, possession. That is surprising. They say possession is the New York Mills Eagles, but I couldn't. For some reason, I feel like the Eagles started off with the ball here to start the second half. Maybe I'm just missing something or I'm forgetting something here, but I thought that probably should have been an arrow pointed the other way. But out of bounds, last touch Pelican, New York Mills. Entering the game for the first time this half, Will Oakes, the senior. Oakes certainly a very physical player down low. A lot of presence he brings off the bench here as a sixth man. They're going to say Pelican Rapids did not deflect that, and it's an over and back violation here. So Pelican Rapids gets the ball back. Just looking at number 24 now, he'll be guarding Trayvon Benson. We'll see how he is able to handle the quicker, smaller Benson. Oakes, a really strong defender here, mostly plays out of the post from what I see on offense. So seeing him guard a wing here, it'll be interesting to see how he matches up. Foul underneath before any shot. That foul's going on number 3, Hunter Holte. His first personal foul first half was incredibly clean basketball. Only 6 combined fouls from both teams. So that's the first foul here of the second half. Officials certainly letting them play as well. 15 minutes and 21 seconds. First foul went down in 3 minutes. We'll see when the second foul comes here if they continue to play clean. Charlie Larson, give and go look from Ian Fay. Now Petznick knifing in right, kicks out. Larson, little shovel pass, and that misses everything, but Petznick takes a lot of contact there from Holte, and it's going to be out of bounds, staying with Pelican Rapids. Mishandling that was Kopweiler. So Luke Soley looking to inbound here for the Vikings. Larson gets it here in the corner, driving right. Shot fake, finds Luke Soley. Petznick in the corner to Fay. Fay glides in the lane, takes some contact there from Oaks, finds Larson over in the corner. Larson driving baseline, tries to get it to Williams. It got deflected. Larson finds Petznick. Petznick scoop shot underneath. Larson taking contact underneath. Fay is going to get called for a travel. Tell you what, you get in the mix there. When you're trying to rebound, there's no free rebounds in this game so far. A lot of physicality from both teams. Guys by the name of Williams and Fay for Pelican Rapids, alongside Oaks and Kopweiler for New York Mills, certainly providing a lot of contact, a lot of physical play that is certainly not dirty or anything, just really, really good physical basketball. Charlie Larson gets the score here. He's got 11 points now on this game. And a loose ball is now going to get scooped up by Ian Fay, and now Ian Fay is going to get clocked from behind by Braxton Enert. Petznick, dead up top, gets it to Luke Soley. Soley fakes back to Petznick. Now over to Fay. Larson, near side corner, finds Petznick. Petznick misses out the right hand. Williams able to save it to Larson. Larson got stripped away. They're going to call a foul on the floor. That's going to go against number 22, Kopweiler. Soley's going to inbound here for Pelican Rapids. Finds Larson, now to Petznick. Petznick trying to knife through, right hand. Takes some contact, finishes. Nice finish there, left hand from Petznick over the top of Enert. So Petznick opens up some scoring for himself here. He's got 2. Pelican has 44. We got 13 minutes and 13 seconds remaining, counting down in this second half of action. 3-point shot there from Kopweiler's good. He cuts into a little bit of bleeding here from New York Mills. They got a 13-point deficit. And Fay takes a shot into the head there from Braxton Enert. You can see Enert give him a little high five there, say sorry about that. And so good sportsmanship showing there from Braxton Enert after what was a physical play there. Benson going to get a screen from Williams. Come off left. They went underneath, so he decided to pull up. It's all right. Williams there for the offensive rebound. Solely between the legs, finds Tollerud outside. Off the mark. Rebound by Braxton Enert. And here comes, gets it to his brother there. That is Braden Enert. Now bounce pass to Kopweiler. He'll kick over to handoff Oaks. Oaks going to take some contact there, and he'll get fouled by Ethan Schustrom. So New York Mills, after that Schustrom foul, has the rock here. 13 points down, trying to make it 10. Yes! Braden Enert gets it to 10 points for him. That's 7 on the night. He's one of the leading scorers for New York Mills, and just like that, a carry's going to be called, and here's the eruption from the New York Mills fan section alongside the bench of New York Mills as they see themselves right back in this ball game, down 10, 34-44. You can hear some chirping continuing to go here. And now Pelican Rapids bench answers with some of their own chants. Get this team back into a comfortable lead here. 44-34, 11:56 to go. Drive inside Enert, and a charge is drawn from Ethan Schustrom, and as the crowd and bench from Pelican Rapids erupts. There was a lot of momentum swung there from New York Mills in the last couple possessions, and Ethan Schustrom brought it right back towards Pelican Rapids. 44-34, 11:45 to go, second half. New York Mills searching for their first win on the season. Pelican Rapids trying to improve to 6-1. Tanner Tollerud finishing with the left hand. Pass ahead to Braden Enert. He did a little Freddie Flintstone with it. That's a travel. It'll be a turnover for New York Mills, and Pelican Rapids now 12-point lead, finding their way back with the basketball here. Trayvon Benson gets it over to Williams to the top of the key. Kopweiler puts a hand on here. Trayvon Benson now kick out. Takes a shiver there from Will Oakes. And head coach John Gullingswood scratches his head there. He says, I don't know who. I heard from the other side of the fan section, are you kidding me? And Will Oakes is a strong, strong kid, number 24, and he just simply held his ground, maybe leaned a little bit towards Trayvon Benson. Benson took a big lick there from Oakes. Oakes is going to get caught up with his first foul, so the Vikings will inbound it here after a timeout was called. Timeout there by New York Mills. They have 2 left. Pelican Rapids has yet to use a timeout. They have all 5 remaining. Ian Fay on the bench, potentially ready to rejoin the squad soon since it's a full timeout. He is standing still, so he's not entering the game yet, but Ian Fay came off a minute ago, the leading scorer for Pelican Rapids. Coming out of the game specifically because of a little shot to the head there. He got tended to by the training staff, and now Trayvon Benson takes a bit of a shot there. So Pelican Rapids has a 12-point lead against a very physical New York Mills Eagles team. The winner of this game will go on to face the West Central Area Knights at 7:45 tomorrow night. The loser of this game will face the Battle Lake Battlers at 2:30 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Channel 2 will be with you for whatever game Pelican Rapids ends up playing in. Right now, you can lock in Channel 2 for tomorrow at 6 p.m. as the Pelican Rapids girls are going to face off against the West Central Area girls at 6 p.m. And then it's just a matter of who wins this game to figure out when Pelican Rapids is going to play tomorrow. Williams finds Benson now over in the corner to Soley. Benson backs off. Close to the half-court line, did not touch it. And so sigh of relief there from coaching staff of Pelican Rapids. Soley has some space now in the corner. Three-point shot, yes! Luke Soley continues to open up this lead. It's 15 points now. One of the largest leads of the night here for Pelican Rapids. I'm not sure if it is, but I would be willing to bet here that it is the largest lead. 15 here. Actually, I'm not 100% sure on that. They might have led by as much as 16 or 17 in the early goings. But New York Mills has clawed their way back. And now you got these players here facing off a little bit after another scrummy play. And you can see now that the captain work there from Tanner Toller, just talking to Schustrom and Benson, the younger players, to say, hey, listen, focus on the task at hand here. Don't get out. Don't be caught in any extracurriculars here. And Will Oakes is going to get called here for a reach-in. That's his second foul, and Oaks is going to take a seat on the bench. Oaks with some frustration there after that foul. And so Will Oaks certainly, and just want to say positively for him, certainly influential on this game with his physicality and how he plays. There was involved in a couple physical plays here. Tollerud going to the line for a one-and-one opportunity. He'll get a second shot here. So I understand why, of all the contact created today, that one was called, that light one. But with nevertheless, in any case, Tanner Tollerud has a second free throw here to try and make this lead 17 for Pelican Rapids. He does. 51-34. 10:25 remaining in this game. We'll see how these teams finish out this game. The tension between these two teams has been a little palpable here. Kind of you just feel like there's some physicalness that's starting to ramp up a little bit between both of them. So we'll see how they continue to interact with each other here. That foul is going to go against Tanner Tollerud, as he had a bit of a body there against Enert, Braden Enert to be more specific. And an inbound on the side here. Schuster thought about taking a charge, but a nice way to knife through there from New York Mills. Number 3, Hunter Holte. Really good pro hop by him. And now Tollerud, kick out. Schuster thinks about a 3. Drives inside. Tollerud wasn't there. Picked off Holte. So another turnover there. Pelican Rapids has a 15-point lead. New York Mills trying to go on a run here. And what is seeming to be more of a critical zone, this is the time to go on a run if you are New York Mills. We got 9 minutes and 30 seconds left. So we're about 75% of the way through this game. New York Mills surveying, backdoor cut there, attempted by number 5, Bozeman. Picked off there from Pelican. A host of substitutions coming to the timeline for Pelican Rapids. You can see Larson, Fay, and Petsnick ready to get back in this game. It's Schustrom with that 3-point shot, though. And finally rebounded there by Finn Roeder. And fouled hard there by Ethan Schustrom. And so going to the line for 2 shots is going to be Hunter Holte. Schustrom chopping hard there, making it tough on Holte to try and finish there. And so Holte's going to have to earn it from the free throw stripe. First shots off here as 3 Pelican Rapids Vikings come into the game. That's Petsnick, Fay, and Larson. They're coming in for Benson, Schustrom, and Williams. So some fresh personnel, fresh legs for Pelican Rapids. New York Mills has also gone 3 deep in their bench. So both teams playing with 8 today. Larson working up the baseline here, finds Petsnick on the far side block. Now Fay for 3, short. Fay coming off the bench after an extended stay after getting checked out by the trainer. Just a little short here. He's got to find the recalibration. Out of bounds, New York Mills will have the ball. 14-point lead for Pelican Rapids, 8:50 and counting down here in this second half. Winner of this game, going to be on the winner side of the bracket. Luke Soley picks off that one, tries to find Larson. Larson looking to save it. He cannot. So, a little bit of a tennis match here in the last couple minutes. Teams going back and forth. Tollerud picks a pocket of Enert, trying to finish right hand. Yes! Tanner Tollerud, the senior, comes through with a big play for Pelican Rapids. Enert now this time. Petsnick tries to steal that one away. Could not get it done. Larson's able to get the steal on the block, though. Tollerud once again finding Petsnick. Petsnick right hand, no good. Rebound finally by, as this pace is picked up here considerably. Pace and called for a foul here is going to be going against Tanner Tollerud. That's his second personal foul. Enert going to inbound it in here to Finn Roeder. Roeder, the freshman, getting some significant minutes here. He's going to be a big piece of this program of New York Mills in the future. Bozeman now on the top of the circle, finding Enert, Braden Enert, 3-point shot, no good. Rebound Tollerud. Eclipsing 8 minutes now, 7:54. Tollerud traveled with it. And Pelican Rapids with a 16-point lead. I tell you what, it certainly is kind of one of those games where even though Pelican Rapids has a 16-point lead, just with the pace of play, you really cannot guarantee anything. These guys have been running up and down so fast that maybe if it was the LPA versus Pelican girls game a minute ago, a 16-point lead I would have said was safe. But right now, with the way this game has gone, it's not safe at all. It's certainly a game that could be anybody's with 7.5 minutes to go in this second half. Charlie Larson kicks out Soli. 3-point shot, near side corner, rattles in and out. Petsnick inside Tollerud. Tollerud looking to find Larson. He does. Right-handed off the glass is good. Charlie Larson. He's got 13 points. He leads all scorers for Pelican Rapids, but what a well-rounded offensive attack for Pelican Rapids. 4 players on the floor right now have double digits. Braden Enert, no good. Scrum for the basketball. It's nice finish there finally by number 22. That's Kopweiler scoring for New York Mills. And a timeout's going to be called here on the floor. Timeout's going to be New York Mills. That's their 4th. That's a 30-second timeout. But going back to the offensive performances here of both Pelican Rapids and New York Mills. So for Pelican, they got 4 players on the court right now who have double digits. That's Charlie Larson with 13, Tanner Tollerud with 10. Also for Pelican, Luke Soli has 10, and Ian Fay has 12. So that's 4 players, all at that well-rounded point level. For New York Mills, leading the way for them on the floor right now is Kopweiler with 11. And then a pair with 7. Those two are Hunter Holte and Braden Enert. They both have 7. So out of that timeout here, Pelican Rapids has a 16-point lead with 7 minutes exactly on the clock. 7-0-0, 55-39. Pelican Rapids leading this game wire to wire so far. 55-39. Petsnick gets it over to Tollerud. Tollerud gets it to the sophomore Benson. Benson veers inside, kicks out Petsnick. Ian Fay. Physical defense there from Holte. And a foul is going to be called on Will Oakes, I believe. Let's see. 24. Yep, Will Oakes is going to get tagged with his 3rd personal foul here. For New York Mills, that's their 8th. So Fay going to go to the line here for a 1-and-1 opportunity. And he misses, so last touch, Pelican Rapids. $55-39. Fay could not take advantage of the bonus free throws. After mentioning what a clean game this first half was, only 6 combined. They have 13 combined fouls here, and we still have 6 minutes and 30 seconds left in this one. Williams over to Fay. Fay now, 3-point shot. Yes! Ian Fay recalibrated that 3-point shot, and he's got it. Give him 15 points on the night. And a 19-point lead now for Pelican Rapids with 6 minutes and 20 seconds left. We're starting to reach territory of a little more comfort for Pelican. 19 points now, as this is their largest lead of the night. Kopweiler looking to make something happen here. He's guarded heavily. Count him off. He was close to 5 seconds there, but he was able to get it out in time, but finally Pelican Rapids able to come away with a steal. Tollerud, nobody guards him for a second. Kopweiler picks him up finally. Benson now, Tollerud. Vikings staying patient now. Williams, drop step, nice finish, left hand. Yes, Hunter Williams, a veteran, senior move there. 8 points for him, and a really, really big presence underneath with a lot of rebounds and a lot of defensive plays. Roeder able to save it for New York Mills. Now Kopweiler inside to the younger sibling of the Enert boys. That shot was no good. Rebounded by Trayvon Benson. Pelican Rapids with a 21-point lead. A little bit of the air is out of this New York Mills squad here. And what was a super fired up group not 5 minutes ago. Now they're sitting here with 5 minutes left, down 21. A little bit of air is out of the tires. And the substitution that hasn't been made yet is Roland Dykoff, the senior, coming in for New York Mills. Pelican Rapids makes a couple substitutions as well. Ethan Schustrom into the game, as well as Luke Soley. Soley to Benson now. Back to Tollerud. Williams back in the post, making something happen. Soley gets it in the corner from Schustrom. Like I said, now shot clock is not on for this game, while it has been on for some. Nice rip away by Tollerud, but he can't get it saved. Bozeman working it up here for the Eagles. And now Schustrom guarding heavily up against Dykoff in the corner. Roland Dykoff, reverse lay-in, he's fouled. So he'll go to the line for 2 shots. That foul is going to go against Ethan Schustrom. That's his his third personal foul. And for Pelican, that's their 6th. So any future foul that's non-offensive is going to go for bonus free throws as well, at least. And that's a nice free throw there from Roland Dykoff. First one's good. He's on the board for himself. Trying to go 2 for 2 is Roland Dykoff here. Second one is good. Nice finish there, number 34. He's got 2 points now in this game after coming in just a minute ago. Right now we have 4 minutes and 35 seconds left in this game. Clock is running. New York Mills down 19, 60-41. Ethan Schustrom hands off to Jaden Ripley, who's in the game for the first time in this one. The senior, number 24, top of the key. Nice finish by him. Left hand, excuse me. Jaden Ripley getting some minutes, as well as the other senior going to be coming into this game. I can see number 21, Titan Marich, heads to the timetable for Pelican Rapids. A foul is going to be called here against Pelican. It'll go against Trayvon Benson. That's just his first personal. So for Pelican, though, that'll put them, that's a bonus situation here for Mills. Last thing you want to see is the clock stopped, up 21. There's 4 minutes and 11 seconds left. Pelican Rapids up 21. Hunter Bosman. Left-handed shot, no good. Rebound, Jaden Ripley up to Titan Marich. Now Soley and Benson. Everybody's touched it here except Ethan Schustrom. Benson tripping here, but is able to get it to Marich. Now over to Soley. Now Schustrom has touched it. All 5 players here in this possession have gotten a look at it. Marich, 3 points. Nice shot there, Titan Marich for 3 points as these bench players getting some action, get some points here. Nice backdoor cut there inside. Holte, he's fouled by Soley. So Holte will go to the line here for 2 shots. Soley, that's his 2nd personal foul. I imagine he will be subbed out here anyway. As Brody Severson, the sophomore, and Miguel Torres, the freshman, are sitting at the timetable ready to come in here for what I imagine would be Benson and Soley. Ethan Schustrom will remain on the court as one of the 8 that have gotten a significant amount of playing time here. The rest are the B squad here. Torres, Severson, Schustrom, Ripley, and Marich. With 3 minutes and 30 seconds left, Pelicans up 22. A lot of confidence Gullingsrud has in his squad. Ripley, 3 points. The seniors putting on a show in the holiday tournament. Ripley's 2 for 2, and Marich is 1 for 1, and they got the last 8 points for Pelican Rapids. It's 68-43, and you can see the excitement from the teammates here, all taking a seat on the bench. Holte and 1. Count it, and a bucket there for Holte as he is racking up the scores here for his night. He now has 11 points here, and he leads all scorers for New York Mills. Taking out Ethan Schustrom now is going to be number 4, Channing Russman. So Russman's going to get his first look here in this game. For Holte, he's going to try and make it 12 points on his night. It's no good. Rebound Ripley. Gets it ahead to Torres. Now we have 3 minutes left in this game. Counting into, that's knocked out of bounds, stays with Pelican Rapids. Russman's going to inbound it here. 3:05 to go, 23-point lead for Pelican. Trying to close in on a win here. Titan Maric driving right. Tries to find Severson, kind of got caught in no man's land on the baseline. So that's a turnover on Maric. And so we'll see how fast New York Mills can keep the tempo up. They've really done a good job of trying to score quickly. Severson, good defense from the sophomore as he knocks that out of bounds outside of the varsity starter, Bosman. Severson continuing to play hard here. You can see him, number 14, tracing the ball nicely. Braden, that's Braden Enert scoring for New York Mills. New York Mills still with, we have 3 starters in for New York Mills and 2 bench players. Miguel Torres now has the rock here for Pelican Rapids. 2 minutes, 23 seconds to go. 21-point lead for Pelican Rapids. Russman, nice dish. Ripley gets fouled. He'll go to the line for 2 shots. Jaden Ripley already with 5 points in this shift he's had here. And so he's going to try and make it 6 or maybe 7 from the free throw line here. He's got 6. Coming into the game for the first time for New York Mills is going to be Elijah Menzie, the sophomore, getting some minutes here with 2:18 remaining. And Ripley's second one hits off the front iron. Enert with the rebound. That's Braxton Enert. Wild shot there. 2 receivers looking for it. Finally, it's caught there by Finn Roeder. A couple wild throws and passes here from New York Mills. A foul is going to be called, though, against Pelican Rapids. Push on Torres, Miguel Torres with a personal. That's going to send New York Mills to the line for a couple free throws here. That's 10 team fouls on Pelican Rapids, double bonus for New York Mills. Pelican with a 22-point lead. Certainly no danger of losing this game, but the last thing you want to see is the clock not running here for everyone involved. We got 1 minute and 59 seconds to go. Ripley comes away with the rebound here, and he'll walk it up, jog it up here for Pelican Rapids. Crossover behind the back there from Ripley. Hand off Russman. Russman has some space. Jump stop over to Torres. Now Severson. Severson over to Ripley. Ripley thinks about a shot. Sidestep. Now Russman. Russman's going to spin, kick Torres. Maric drives right, kick out Torres. Finds Severson. Now over to Maric. Maric has some space. 3-point shot. Looks good. Nothing but net. Titan Maric. They blow the whistle here for a substitution. They're going to try and get one more player in for New York Mills. That's number 23, Isaac Kaluski, coming into the game, the sophomore for New York Mills. Titan Maric has 6 points of his own. I tell you what, that's a fun night for these seniors who don't see tons of playing time, Titan Maric and Jaden Ripley, but certainly putting in some really quality minutes here at the end of this one. Miguel Torres looking to finish here, veering into. Nice finish there, Miguel Torres. He's got a couple. And so Pelican Rapids 74 as we eclipse 1 minute mark here. Pelican Rapids 74, New York Mills 48. As mentioned, the winner of this game is going to be Pelican Rapids. They're going to go on to face West Central area. West Central and Pelican would be a nice matchup, both only playing one team, one mutual team. That's Park Rapids. Pelican Rapids beat Park Rapids by 7. There's going to be a jump ball called here. And West Central beat Park Rapids by 5. Now, that's only one stats point there, but it looks like it's going to be a nice matchup between two teams that got a couple wins here. West Central Area Knights versus Pelican Rapids tomorrow at 7:45 p.m. One more set of substitutions here. Here's 3 more guys. The entire bench is cleared here for Pelican Rapids. Esteban Garza, Josh Bakken, and Brody Setter clear out the bench. That's a couple juniors, a few juniors coming off the bench here for Pelican. 38 seconds left in this game. For New York Mills, they're going to go on to face Battle Lake tomorrow at 2:30 is when you can catch that game. So 2:30 is when they will be playing Battle Lake. For Pelican Rapids, you'll find them playing West Central area at 7:45 p.m. tomorrow night. One more time, this is a good time to shout out all the people at the Channel 2 production squad for making this happen here. Thanks to all of our scouts here for tonight's game, getting me a couple key pieces of statistics. As I mentioned in the previous broadcast, Channel 2 is a student-led production team here where you're able to get some content, and under the direction of Mr. Kerry Haugrud, students here at Pelican Rapids are able to get a solid education on what happens behind the scenes in a video mass production situation. So 15 seconds, clock winding down in this one. Bakken, top of the key, over to Setter. Setter looks to Severson. Looks like the Vikings are content to just pass it around. Russman has a layup, passes it up, gets it over to Bakken, and no one's going to shoot it. Excuse me, Setter will, but the end of this one will be 74-49. Pelican Rapids winning in convincing fashion. And they will go on to play West Central area tomorrow at 7:45 p.m. The next time you'll see Channel 2 in action will be tomorrow at 6 p.m. when the girls are facing off against West Central area. The boys have West Central area following them at 7:45 tomorrow night in the Minnesota National Bank Holiday Classic. For all of us here at Channel 2, we appreciate you watching tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow night.